These research-based strategies build on each other. If you use all 6 word recognition strategies in the sequence listed, readers will learn strategies to identify words and get the much needed practice in recognizing words and reading the words fluently in text. Comprehension and vocabulary strategies work hand in hand to increase understanding. The plot relationship chart is a strategy that helps students understand and summarize stories. About point and about point note-taking help readers understand informational text in subjects like science and social studies. Personal clues can be used to learn vocabulary in both stories and informational text. Begin glass analysis with spelling patterns that the reader does not know, for example, ace, ang. Choose a glass analysis and word master list and story for level 1 or 2, depending on the reader's ability to read the text. The reader looks at the targeted pattern first and says it, for example, ace. He uncovers the remaining letters and covers the pattern and says sp. He then puts the 2 parts of the word together and says space. Use the same strategy for the word master list, which contains more difficult words with several patterns. The student should always focus on the targeted pattern first while covering the other word parts. Uncover the word parts one at a time and read the word. For example, ace, grace, full, graceful. Writing words with a targeted sound, for example, words with the in sound, helps readers process the letter sound associations deeply. Before he writes, have the reader say the word, and if needed, stretch the word out like a rubber band to hear all the sounds. You can include words from previous letter sound patterns for review. Now that your reader has practiced identifying and writing letter sound patterns, it is important to practice decoding the targeted sound in context. Structured language experience stories are texts that contain the targeted sounds. You can obtain decodable text at the links listed. Readers do autograph reading to ensure that they practice reading the targeted letter sound patterns in connected text. Word banks is used to review current and previously taught letter sound patterns. Use some of the words from Glass Analysis and WordMaster. Also, make word cards for unknown high-frequency words. Use the link to access lists of high-frequency words by grade level. Additionally, words missed when reading can also be added to the word bank for practice. Your student has practiced learning targeted sounds in various ways by completing Glass Analysis, WordMaster, Writing for Sound, reading decodable text, and word banks. Now, it is time to read texts that contain words with many letter sound patterns. Some of the letter sound patterns may be unknown. The reader reads a part of a book at his instructional level. A book at the reader's instructional level contains some unknown words, but is not so difficult that the reader is unable to read it. If a reader reads the same portion of text twice, he practices the same words and generally reads more fluently and further the second time. The graph depicting the improved reading motivates the reader. Begin each session of Talking Dictionary at the same place in the text where the reader left off in the second reading. One book may be used for Talking Dictionary for several practice sessions until the book is completed. Only use the book for Talking Dictionary and not comprehension practice. Once the chart is completed, the reader summarizes the story. Responding to the 4 words in the plot relationship chart, somebody, wanted, but, so, helps readers understand the important parts of story. Students can write a summary of the story using the chart as an outline. Readers can also use the 4 words as a guide to orally retelling a story. The strategy can be used for each chapter in chapter books. About Point helps readers construct main ideas in informational texts such as science and social studies texts. If readers do an About Point for each paragraph or text section, they will have created a summary of the main ideas. About Point note-taking builds on About Point. With About Point note-taking, readers construct main ideas, but also identify important text details. After readers are comfortable with About Point, they can advance to About Point note-taking. Understanding vocabulary words is essential to understanding information. Vocabulary words are labels for concepts. Personal clues help readers relate word meanings to their individual background knowledge, which helps them process word meanings deeply. Personal clues can be words or pictures. When studying vocabulary words, personal clues trigger word meanings. After studying, readers will remember the word meanings without the clues.